But also, Varys,
Yes.
I do want to make a Brewmaster tank. So I will, and that has to be a panda. It can't not be a panda. So I'm probably going to make a monk that's also a panda.
Mm-hmm. I do actually just like dislike most other WoW races as monk, like their animations and stuff.
They look weird.
Yeah, like the elves especially. Some of them are fine. Why my music no play? What are you doing, Forge? Don't do this to me. Maybe I'll go log out and log back in. Yeah, my entire Forge is being a little goofy. Let's do that.
Sometimes just like stopping the server, waiting a few minutes, and then restarting it fixes issues too.
Yeah.
Also, you had to buy this token pack.
I saw it. I have the old Bestiary token pack, which applies to the monster core monsters that exist.
And not
between
all
the
of
two.
them, though.
Yeah, some of them are probably missing, so I will probably buy that. It's I think it's
Yeah,
much cheaper
so, like,
than the Bestiary one was.
Yeah, it's only $20.
Yeah.
So I'm also buying it. But the other bestiary doesn't, like, the bestiary token pack doesn't have the new dragons.
Okay. I've heard that the new token pack only has the young version of all the dragons and not like the elder versions.
No, so people, the issue that people were having was that there's not different art
Oh, yeah.
for the different dragons. But so I mean, obviously you see the dinosaurs and you see the dragons in the middle.
Yeah.
Those are the ancient size tokens.
Okay, I see.
And apparently there was an issue with the ancient horn dragon where it's using the young version for the ancient art.
Oh, okay. Okay. So it was more of like a coding or database issue and not like actually.
Yeah, there's like a databasing issue with the ancient horned dragon where it uses the young art instead.
Okay.
Also, I like this border more. I like this border more. Also, the tokens look different. The mole rat token is different. I don't know. I don't know if you recall how it looked when you guys fought it, but it is now much more out of the border.
Yeah, some of these are just literally not in the border, like the big shark in the middle.
I like the sharks. Leave the sharks alone.
The big shark and the Pegasus are just not remotely in their border. The pterodactyl is like his tail touching it. But yeah, I imagine they were much more thorough with like the oh my god. Sorry to just completely get distracted.
No, you love getting distracted. It's fine.
I'm having music playing issues between I like switched to just listening to the music on my camera screen. I was like, that's an easy enough fix. I see the music is playing over there. But then, like, I switched songs and the camera wasn't playing the music either.
Classic.
But now it's fine. Now it's working. Anyway. What I started to say is I imagine they got, like, better at kind of the token pop-out and all the little tricks with that as they were going through the previous token pack. And this one probably, like, you know, takes advantage of all that practice.
Yeah, I mean, the first version of something is never the best.
Yeah. Oh, I see a familiar familiar undead worm monstrosity on the upper right side.
Yeah. I would have liked to have that token instead of having to use the other version that I was using, but where is... Hello.
Yeah, this new token pack looks pretty cool. I think I will buy this.
At the very least, you have to have... Well, it's so funny because, like, actually, the dragons will never be used, but, you know.
Yeah. Oh, I see the ball red now. Oh my god. He's just like...
He's framed very differently.
Yeah.
You still have the rainbow teeth?
Yep. Yep.
Well, I mean, they didn't change the monster. Like, the monster is the same monster.
Well, I can't see it.
Hello? Hello?
Oh.
What is... What's this monster? I want to know what some of these are so I can use them.
The only one I didn't immediately recognize was the weird elephant ooze thing.
I have not seen it.
So it's like an ooze with like an elephant skull in it.
Oh. Oh, I have seen that in the monster manual.
I don't know what it is. But I'm pretty familiar with some of these other monsters.
But this guy in the top, third from the left, is really fucking cool.
Oh, the jackal, like the weird six-legged jackal guy?
Yeah.
I mean, he's probably like a CR like 20, like he's probably like level 24 or something like that, so.
Oh, yeah. It's like, it is either that or like level 8. And a bunch of worms in there. I'm sure I'm not gonna see those anytime soon.
Why would you see worms anytime soon?
I know.
There's literally no reason you would see worms.
None.
None at all. I don't even know why you're looking at worms, honestly.
They're on the token pack preview. And they're very big. They're right on the top.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
How you guys all doing?
How are you?
I'm doing.
No one wanted to answer.
I'm doing
Stu's
okay.
even more ready now.
I've got
Yeah.
a bit of a headache today, so I apologize if I just
Oh, no.
space out at any point. But
I wouldn't blame you.
I will.
I should, like the last time I had a headache while I was running, I should just be like fine all the way until the end, and then I'll just die after.
Oh, good. As a GM does.
Yeah.
As,
You should.
I just hope you get undead after.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh.
eventually.
Undead.
I always do.
I mean, less dead.
Hopefully.
Hope you get better.
I'm fine with either.
Hope you get better.
As long as we don't have any life clerics around, either one is fine with me.
Okay.
Well, we can't.
What do you mean?
Well, we don't have a cleric in our party.
Oh, yeah, true. Easy.
So you just have, that's just like something you don't even have to worry about.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I think I need to... with how sleepy some of this party is at the start of the session, I think I need to start having actually hot starts at the start of the session. Like things just exploding, fights happening. Not fights, I don't know. Excitement, ambushes, stuff like that. I'm realizing you guys are about to talk to a big sad owl, and it's maybe not the most energizing content.
Oh no.
Just let me drink my booch and I'll be ready.
Booch.
Your booch.
My booch.
I don't think I've ever.
I would like you to never say that ever again.
What
You
are
have
you
to-
talking about? This is
I would like
nomenclature.
you
This is
to say it more throughout the session, actually.
I will, all of you, and it will be very awkward because I will stay.
Yeah, keep role playing.
I will
Connor.
keep role playing.
Connor, you'd share a booch with me, wouldn't you, Connor?
That is vile.
I sure
Stop
would.
saying
I would
booch.
share a booch with you.
Thanks.
What's your go-to flavor of booch?
This is
Let's see in my
Lemon
fridge.
ginger.
Oh, lemon
this is
ginger's
very
great.
inappropriate.
Very
Oh,
good.
that's like my favorite. I didn't like it for the longest time, and then I tried that flavor, and I was like, okay, this is
So
actually really
spicy. I love it.
good. Yeah.
The texture's real rough for me. I'm not a big texture person.
I didn't know
You're
it
small
had.
You
texture
don't
person?
like bubbles?
Maybe you've tried like really organic.
Oh.
You're drinking the yeast.
Booch is kombucha, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell them to
I
shut
mean,
the fuck
everyone
up.
knows that.
Stop saying booch.
I think
Booch.
you're drinking like wimp booch, which I can't talk
Maybe.
because I don't like the.
I like it to taste really nasty and bitter, and I want it to burn as it goes down.
That sounds great. I love teas
Dylan,
like that. I love
Did
things
your
like
dad,
that. No,
Did your dad
first-
make kombucha? He's
I tried
I'm just
kombucha like
curious. He
5
seems
years
like the
ago.
type of
It was
guy.
Core.
Oh, okay.
Was on the kombucha train, and like, not only the kombucha they showed me, but all the kombucha I saw in the grocery store had all like the seeds and stuff in it.
oh.
Oh, you have the chia seed one?
Ew, I don't like those.
Nasty.
All
Yeah,
right.
I don't know if I
Glad
I
we're
don't
on
know
the
if I
same
could drink
page there. Apparently, I need to try
Oh,
this
yeah.
non-seeded kombucha.
Yeah, they make it
Um,
without the chia
You
seed.
seed, you kombucha.
Well,
That's like kombucha for bubble tea drinkers.
the
What?
the one that I
Oh.
like is the
What?
Core does drink
lemon
bubble
ginger
tea, so I
healthy.
I know. I was like, Core seems like a bubble tea aficionado. Truly.
this lemon ginger
I
does sound great.
do not like it. It's for me. What's it called? Dr.
Is there a Dr. Pepper kombucha?
Dr. Brew is what I drink.
Yeah, Dr. Brew.
Okay.
They have a rosemary like mint one. that's
Lawsuit.
Delicious.
Uh-oh.
Lawsuit. Not the booch.
That's what the booch gets.
Oh, this is back in 2020. I'm not worried about it.
Okay. They've
In
Said-
Oregon?
he said
Oh,
booch,
God.
everyone. He said booch.
Better watch out. Send Kamala Harris on you guys, and then you guys will really be saying, "You
Does
think
she
I
drink
fell out of a
booch?
coconut tree?"
Does she drink booch?
Probably
Should
not.
ask her.
Probably.
I'm getting conflicted reports.
I would-
she's
Oh yeah, but
People that
one
are
of them
allowed
is
to
me,
say
the other one
booch.
is Connor. So
The only,
Who's your
the
trusted
only people
source?
that are allowed to say booch are people from the deep south.
What?
Which you are
the
not.
people from the deep
I'm from
south
Oregon.
definitely don't. I don't think the
don't
booch is
think-
very popular in the deep south.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah, I
even
don't
think they
think
know
I-
what booch is.
Yeah.
No, I'd say that they're the ones allowed to say it like that.
Okay, that's fair.
Pretty sure they know
They
what
still
hooch
re-
is.
They still
Booch and
refer to it
booch,
by
you
like
know?
coke.
This
Jesus.
is spiraling.
Okay,
You're
stop.
drunk off this mooch. What's going on?
give us the recap.
All right, my next Zomboid character is a booch runner.
Oh my god. Please.
Butch the
Yeah.
Booch Runner.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Yeah.
Does anybody
so,
else hear sound?
Huh?
Is there music going on right now? Because I can't hear anything.
There is music going on. It seems to be
Oh.
being a little goofy today, and let me
Okay.
try.
Ryan and I were being sneaky, and I was helping them catch up with their feats and stuff. So, and they're like, "Where? Oh, the music!" And I'm like, "What music? What are you talking about?" Speaking of which, right? Which one did you choose for your? Oh, there's the music.
Huh?
Which one?
I can't remember.
Your dedicate. So, it was 5 minutes ago.
Already forgot.
I think we got the assassin dedication for
Yeah,
Rye because
yeah.
they missed the level up from they weren't here for the level up for 2 and then they weren't here for the level up for 4, so they missed all the archetype stuff. So
That's rough. I see.
yeah.
Oh my god.
So I'm trying to help them before we started here. So we looked at assassin and then
We took expert backstabber.
expert backstabber.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it was between expert backstabber and surprise attack, I think, but
Yeah.
we weren't sure how often Stu would be able to roll for deception or stealth for initiative.
I mean,
Anytime they're sneaking around. If they're actively
Fairly
hiding
often.
at the start of a combat, they can.
That's what I figured.
So
But
if there was an instance where I'm just a chair,
Yes.
okay.
hypothetically, okay, and Bill, I think you'd be on this opening gambit here. Hypothetically, in our opening gambit as a party B, we start the combat, roll for initiative. Stu rolls for stealth.
If Stu is
And Bill just picks the chair out of the chair Bjorn and yeets it at the enemies like it's a regular chair. He yeets Stu at the enemies, and they're like, "Why did this Minotaur just throw a chair at us?" And then Stu pops out and backstabs them.
I would say that would be fine. I would also say Stu can roll stealth for initiative anytime they're upbeast.
In the baby Bjorn.
Yeah. If they're not like, yeah. Correct.
Excellent.
Okay, cool. Perfect. Because
It-
he's
Oversight.
dormant most of the time unless he has something to say. So people probably don't know he's a chair like most of the time.
All right. Delete expert backstabber and put in surprise attack.
Expert backstabber does seem pretty good as well. Stu,
Can they
the
use
one
one of
thing I
those as
know
their
about
skill feat?
Stu after watching many combats is that Stu needs some more flat damage.
Yeah, that's true.
The -1 strength is
So,
doing them real dirty.
The next question I had when we were working on this is how do we impose flat-footed on bad guys so that Stu can use expert backstabber
You
more often?
flank them, you trip them, you put them to sleep. You do
Can I grapple him?
grappling actually does put them off guard, doesn't it?
yep.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Because I have the sticky hands.
Right. Yeah, you can do that.
Right,
The only
sticky.
problem with that, I mean, it's still totally valid, but like grappling counts as an attack, so your next attack in the same turn will be harder to hit. It'll be lower bonus, which isn't as much of a problem with daggers and stuff, but it is a thing to be aware of.
Okay.
But it is a valid like move.
Oh, I deal 4 extra precision damage instead of 2.
That is once you have a super upgraded weapon, but for now you do
That's fine.
2
That's
extra damage.
True. 2 extra damage. Okay. Yeah, I read that backwards. Okay, maybe I'll keep extra. Yeah, because that's a good point. I don't have a lot of.
Can Stu use one of these as their skill feat? Because they do also have a skill feature slot open.
I don't think any of these are skill feats.
Mm-mm.
They're all like archetype or class feats.
Right, okay.
I don't even think this will let me drag something like that in there.
Yeah, correct.
We'll find you a skill feat yet, Stu.
There might be skill feats that let you like attack people with off guard more often, but I think that's very rare.
No.
Okay.
That would not be a skill
I
feat.
think I'm thinking
Most of the time, skill feats only interact with skills. Like, they usually involve using a skill. And, like, attacking isn't necessarily a skill.
Yeah, I'm thinking about some of, like, the acrobatic stuff that lets you, like, do weird actions when you jump over opponents, but I think those are mostly archetype feats. Anyway.
Okay.
So. Who?
Needle pulling thread.
Thank you. Who would like to do the recap for last time for an extra hero point?
I have the idol this week.
I think the bigger number of people makes people more hesitant to do the recap. Cause
You want me to do it again?
No,
I'll do it
just-
again.
No,
Give everyone a chance.
yeah, I'm like with a group of 4, it's like forced to go around the circle more often. Whereas in a group of 6, some of you are just like, if I just sit quiet in the back of class, I'll never have to give a fucking presentation.
I don't take notes.
Then you're perfect. Give us the recap, Stu.
Oh god, I can't remember past like this morning.
Oh no! I guess you just have to make it all up.
There was a big fluffy bunny.
Something about and then I didn't jump in a hole.
True.
And then Stu had a tragic tumble across the little crevasse and he hit his little knees on the other side, but then Turgon picked him up. And that's my recap.
Let's do a full session.
What's wild is I actually don't remember that.
No, that was all fabrication of
No,
Stu's
okay.
memory of going across.
Like Stu has knees.
Yeah, that should be the indicator that he's making it up.
If Stu had knees, where would he have them?
Would they be here?
Here or here?
I'm on him.
Oh my
Oh.
gosh.
Make it happen.
Everybody was having dreams except Stu, including that one guy.
Yeah, that one guy did have dreams and stuff. It's true.
Iron Lad.
Oh yeah.
Iron Lad. Full Metal
That's what Stu
Alchemist.
calls him.
I want to bring over the trope from Full Metal Alchemist where everyone thinks that Armis is the Full Metal Alchemist and it's actually
Oh my God.
Turris.
You're succeeding.
That's all I got. I don't.
That was a great
I don't quite
recap.
re-
That's all I
I
can
don't quite remember the last part. Honestly, I promise I'll take notes in future characters.
In future games, what does that even mean?
I too would have trouble taking notes with Stu as my character.
Yeah. He's like, you guys are just obsessed with some gods, and I'm just here for free food and a ride.
All right.
And because I was told to be here.
Would anyone else like to take a shot for the hero point?
I can do it.
Classic.
Thank you.
Fine. You're welcome. Okay, so adding to what Stu shared with us, we started off the session by fighting off some familiar plant monsters. And we kind of delved deeper into this area, and we're running into a lot of dead ends. We came across this big crevice or kind of crack void
Revolves.
ground. And we're kind of peeking over the edge, and then out of nowhere, Isha falls down into it. We have a moment of panic, frankly, and Turris ended up sending Armis down after her to see what we could see. Turns out she's fine. Had a little dream about Scala, and ended up on the other side of the cavern, over by where we encountered Vezgal's kind of apparition. Steris was kind of leaning over the edge of where Isha fell, trying to look after her, and ended up falling herself. And Turkan jumped in after her, and we ended up over on the same other side of the cavern as well. When Steris fell, she had a dream regarding like a figure walking towards her, a tall humanoid with the outline of a weapon dripping in some kind of liquid. And she kind of came out of her vision rather. I don't know the right word. Emotional, I guess. We kind of caught up with the other half of the party that didn't jump and or fall into the void, and helped stew across using a rope. But Turris decided he wanted to experience his first dream, and he went ahead and jumped into the
He was a
void.
little cajoled. A little bit.
Just a
though.
bit. Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he dreamed of siege weapons, and it was really funny.
Wow.
We ended up fighting the manifestation of Vezgal. And
Oh yeah, I got stabbed.
Yes. While Isha had kind of gone ahead, because throughout all this we were continuing to get whispers from Mouritan regarding her experience in this whole prison. Isha was able to use the soul speaker to calm Mouritan enough so we could approach, and she ended up finding an unbroken egg. It's like a magic item. And let's see, Mouritan shared with us that the Seraph's mother had approached her, and Mouritan had resisted her, and she's afraid to resist her again because of kind of the retaliation of said resistance. We offered her, or Isha, offered her some information regarding the Satyr messenger. She had a question regarding if he was able to provide the warning, and we confirmed that he was. Isha told Mouritan that she wasn't alone anymore and was encouraging her to help us in our cause against the Seraph. And let's see, we found out the Seraph is only one of many children of this mother. I don't know if we got a name yet, I don't recall. And then deeper inside, we encountered this like embryo that Mouritan was in, and we freed her. But in the kind of combat of it all, Steris ended up getting downed, and then Mouritan was released, and that's where we ended session. Did I miss anything?
And Stu got stabbed.
And Stu got stabbed. And hit his little knees to me.
True.
Yeah, because it disappeared right when it skewered him.
Yeah.
Any additions or comments from the rest of the party? Okay. Then as the party finishes off the manifestation of Nightmare, the beast that had formed behind you all when you approached and tried to speak with Mouritan, it breaks, dissolves almost into these dark, phantom-like shapes that scurry away from you across the floor and the ceiling, back down the hall, back down the way you came. And you hear this cracking as you turn and you see Mauritan slam one shoulder into the shell of this embryo, this egg, in the corner that you had found her in, and more of these shapes scurry away, slams the other shoulder into the other side. More phantoms flee. And then, all at once, with great force, she just pushes her back against the top of this shell and spreads her wings wide, and shards of this egg, this embryo, go flying in every direction, also dissolving into these black shapes. And the egg and all of this stuff, all of this kind of organic fluid coating the floor also just kind of melts away.
Never describe it ever again as organic fluid.
So sensitive with the language today.
When you get sunlocked between continuing your description and making a joke.
Always make the joke.
Just slides away down the hallway like so much booch.
Yes.
Despite the powerful display of shattering this shell, Mauritan almost immediately doubles over, nearly collapsing, taking long, labored breaths and taking one heavy step away from where she had lain. Her eyes, her wide eyes, are this piercing green, almost luminous. And she turns them up to the party, first at Isha, and then snapping to Turris, and then Steris, and each of you in turn. And she kind of pulls herself free from where she rested for so long. She starts kind of slowly stomping around the group, one big heavy footstep every couple of seconds. She says, "Why do you not leave me to my rest? What makes you persist so? What do you want?" And I think, real quick, I'm going to throw you guys into an initiative order.
Oh.
But this isn't a combat encounter. This will be a social encounter. And the rules are a little bit different for that. You generally need a number of successes to win Mauritan over to whatever argument you're going to make. Not that I know you're going to make any kind of argument. Not that you're, who knows what you guys are going to try to do here. You might say, I don't know, and leave. Anyway, you need another number of successes to win the kind of target of a social encounter over. A certain number of failures or opposing wins, like if another side is arguing against you, might, would count as like a loss, would have negative consequences of some sort. There's no adversary here, so it's just like the number of failures I'm going to be keeping track of. And Mauritan might at some point simply run out of patience, and it'll end with like a neutral result rather than pushing her away or winning her over. Unlike normal kind of social situations where you're like, I'm going to try to convince them of something, I'm just going to roll a diplomacy check. Other skills can and should be used here as well. If you try to brute force it with diplomacy, every roll, like the DC is going to kind of keep going up and up. Not to the point where it's impossible, but it'll get harder. And these other roles might be like getting information or showing off in a certain way. but it still has to be kind of like relevant. If you just kind of like flex your muscles at someone in a social encounter with no context, then it won't even like warrant a roll. You know?
I feel called out.
It's not saying flexing your muscles will never help at a social encounter. You just need to put it in some kind of context. And remember also that you can aid other people's checks, even if you're not coming up with a specific argument yourself. You know, you might help someone with your better diction and presentation of the information, or by providing them with extra information. So, with that aside,
Can I just by default, like I don't want to abuse it or anything like that, but and if you want me to like try to roleplay it out, but I'd like to use Dungeon Unity anytime it's not me talking.
let's see.
Well, there's still only. It still has rounds,
Yes.
and
And you still need to set up to aid someone else.
yeah.
So since this is going in initiative order, you will have to pick to either act yourself or to set up to aid someone else.
Okay.
So, you can only aid one person per round, essentially. That said, every time you
Got
aid
it.
them, you can use Dungeon Unity to make it a better assistance check. If you guys want to switch your drop-down on initiative to something else, something more socially relevant, go ahead. Otherwise, you can leave it as perception and just hit the roll button when you're ready. The initiative drop-down is on the left side of your character sheet, kind of below AC and below perception. Also, Loki, thank you for the hydrate.
I want you to know that since I'm not planning on lying to Mouritan, even though my deception is higher, I'm using my diplomacy to roll initiative.
I appreciate that.
It says there is no active encounter, so I can't roll it as this.
Yeah, I can't either.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
it's because I'm a
yeah, you
dummy.
cannot-
It's because I'm a dummy.
I mean, you could have just popped us out.
Here we go.
Yes. Let me just snap you all up here. Ooh.
Oh no, Nisha.
Solid, Isha, solid. Solid, tourist, solid.
No.
And this is just to determine which order you guys are going in. Mauritan's not making arguments here. Mauritan is responding to your actions, so they don't have initiative. So lower initiative doesn't matter. This is just to figure out turn order.
Opening arguments to
And we can have a little bit of preamble roleplay here. Mauritan is like, what is your deal? What do you want? Why are you here?
I feel like Mouritan just completely forgot everything we've said.
that's okay. Mortan had a really traumatic experience just
The
now.
bigger question, I
Yeah,
suppose,
breaking out of the egg must have been so traumatic.
is why do you persist so? Mauritan just wants to be left alone to sleep.
Well, they were clearly not sleeping, so.
Say that with such confidence.
I have a good source.
Nisha does have a good source.
I have a good source.
I believe your source said they did not sleep soundly.
Oh.
Is that really sleeping? Let's be honest. No one who has ever slept for 12 hours shittily has been like, wow, I slept so good. I feel so rested. No. I didn't even feel like I slept.
Another valid move, by the way, is I'm gonna hold initiative, or I'm gonna set up to aid. I'm gonna set up to aid someone with,
I'm going to start this conversation by not saying anything.
Okay.
I'm actually going to shuffle behind Turkon so that I'm out of view and climb up his back.
I could just imagine anytime anyone else says anything, it doesn't matter what it is, Stu's just like, yeah, yeah,
He's our
yeah.
guy.
That is that is valid. You guys can move around. You can kind of like talk to each other a little bit here. This isn't 6-second rounds.
I'm becoming a shoulder parrot.
Scene, how about you?
I'm also gonna hold initiative
Okay.
because I feel like me starting the conversation would not be smart.
But me starting the conversation is okay.
Oh
That's a
yeah,
two,
no, you
probably.
got this.
All right.
I wanted to keep you locked up.
Let me know if either of you want to jump back into the initiative order anywhere, or
Okay.
yeah.
So at this point, Steris had just been healed and gotten back up from being down during our encounter.
Yes.
And she'll kind of pull herself up from her prone position and lock eyes with Mouritan and say, "The invasion of the Seraph has led our world to fall out of balance. We seek your help to turn the tide in this effort. The Seraph wants to imprison you. We want to give you the choice to join us in the fight against them."
She kind of watches you with this imposing gaze, taking another step. And she says, "Even if I go with you, they will come for me still. You think you can stop them?" But go ahead and give me your diplomacy check. Or, it sounds like diplomacy.
Yeah, it sure does. I was hoping for society, but that's fine.
Oh, you can do society, I think, if you're trying to kind of like lean on
I was
your.
calling.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I was calling back on what we know of.
Yeah, you're just like laying out the information. That makes sense. You can roll society. Okay. All right.
Are these gonna be secret rules? Is that what we need to do?
That was automatic
They
for me.
can be public here. We can reveal this. But she does not seem put off by
Great.
you're laying out this information, it all makes sense. So at a baseline, she agrees with you.
But she had asked if we believe we'd be able to stop them. And Steris will say, "I believe we can."
Okay.
Wouldn't it be easier to fend them off if you had some people or some monsters that had your back?
But you've already made your society check, so we can go to Turkon.
Apes stronger together.
I'm waiting for my actual turn.
Oh,
I will tap it over.
Thank you. He's like, "I need my thing to be lit up."
I flex my muscles at her.
Set up by the big,
This is
strong
a muscle.
monsters. Comment from Steris.
It's
Yeah.
a big, strong monster.
Punch it that right to you.
What timing?
Apes stronger together.
What timing to slip in the muscle flex?
Mm, yeah, that was an aid, actually. No.
You literally can do that if you want.
Great.
Yes.
They're impressed, right?
We have yet to see. Wow. All right. Do you want to say anything going along with this, or are you just backing up what Steris is saying?
Basically.
Steris just points at him.
All right. So Mauritan's eyes kind of flick from Steris to the mighty Turkan, and she says, "You do indeed seem mighty allies. It was impressive to come here, defeat those creatures that have infested my domain." Interest, it moves on to your turn.
Just kind of nods in agreement at Mauritan's comment. Says, they're not the only ones we've bested. This seraph has been causing chaos amongst the cities of the Moto people here. And we've been doing our best to fight it everywhere we go. Not only that, but the seraph has weaseled their way in. The social order of things, creating cults. We need all the allies we can to prevent their influence from spreading.
Okay. And that sounds like you would like to roll diplomacy. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. She takes another step, looks at you, says, "Maybe, perhaps this time can be different than the four from beyond. Perhaps you have laid the groundwork with these first successes." Go ahead and give me your diplomacy check whenever.
All right.
All right.
And like as Terse is saying this, and she like kind of replies, like Terse will like actually like not like aggressively, but actually like step closer to her, nod, and kind of in a friendly manner, keeping his like arms still like wide open, like showing that he's not like trying to attack or anything like that.
Okay. And yeah, she like levels her gaze at you. She seems pretty calm through this whole conversation, you're noticing. Kind of the terror that was in her voice in a couple of previous exchanges as you explored this place does not seem to be there now. And you think so far that you are getting through to her. Isha, how would you like to follow up?
I don't know. I kind of used all my good RPGs last session. I was kind of just hoping she would join.
Well, you're a reminder of some of the things you've said already that seem to resonate, and maybe either just roll a check with that or prepare to help someone else with that information.
Actually, I'll pull out the egg.
Oh. Okay.
And I kind of like, I roll it towards her. It seems as if you haven't given up all your hope either.
Yeah, it kind of like rolls over with this almost like glassy resonance as it rolls over the stone in here, and she kind of lifts up one claw and very, very delicately just like stops the egg with it, with a clink, and she just looks at it.
Oh. My brain just automatically makes all these rolls secret, so
Totally understand. It is a bit low, but with, I mean, the egg is a pretty good visual. It's a pretty good argument. She just stares at it for a long time, and it can roll back around. Stu and Scene, you haven't wanted to like jump in anywhere here?
If Turcon needs any assistance, I would like to prepare to assist.
My chair backup flexing.
Yeah. I too will flex. Just kidding. My little noodles.
All right. Rolls back around to Stu. You, it sounds like you are preparing to aid Turcon in particular.
So I'm kind of propping up on his sort of shoulder.
Okay.
Awkwardly, because I'm a chair.
So you can jump in if Turcon makes another roll at some point in this order, in this round. Xena, you said you're kind of doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Not to put words in your mouth. You're welcome to act here, obviously. All right. Then Steris rolls back around to you.
All right. So Steris will continue to maintain eye contact and ask Mauritan, wouldn't it feel good to seek vengeance on those that wronged you? Imagine the freedom you could experience from making them suffer as they made you suffer.
Yeah, so she's like focused on the egg for a moment and then levels her gaze back at you. What skill would you like to roll there?
Also, I'm trying to figure out.
I was gonna say I would allow for intimidation there, but that doesn't look like a thing that you're excited to roll.
Another one that I am looking forward to leveling up. But I do feel like intimidation is right. I don't think I can spend society on this one, unfortunately.
I would allow, yeah, intimidation would.
You would allow it.
Well,
would you allow
No,
her to
not
use
society, not society.
her granted patron skill?
What is the granted patron skill?
Good question. I am also unaware of what it is. That's not good. I should know that.
Oh. Patron skill is nature. That's interesting.
Yeah, it usually matches the tradition.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
happy to.
If you...
The nature of things, the nature of balance, of seeking equilibrium, and they did you wrong, you do them wrong.
If you want to add is there any kind of like, with your primal magic, is there any kind of flourish you want to put on this? And it doesn't have to be literally one of your spells, just,
No, I think when... It hasn't happened all the time, but when Steris does talk about vengeance or revenge, I feel like sparks of fire kind of maybe come from her mouth, maybe kind of come from, just kind of emanate from her snakes. So maybe there's a couple sparks that are flitting about as she's saying this.
Yeah, in that case, go ahead and you can roll nature if you'd like.
Alright, let's do it. Oh no. That's not a good roll. It's fine. I'll use my hero point.
Okay. All right.
Fuck.
Solid.
Where's the
Incredible.
hero point?
Um,
Oh. The game was like, you needed that 3 again.
So her eyes kind of like narrow. And then she says, never have I been interested in revenge. Just want some semblance of what was taken from us. The mother of her child, the mother and her child claim they can give that to us. And we'll roll over to Turkon.
Can I bring up something regarding like Vesgal's sacrifice and try to
Absolutely.
sway her that way?
Absolutely.
I don't know how to word it exactly. I'm still half asleep.
Sure. Yeah.
It'd be like some semblance of what they had, and I remember in the last fight, like, or at least the last when we're going through the cave. What is it? Mauritan was mad at Vesgal for like not coming through, right?
Yeah.
Am I remembering that correctly?
And it could be something really simple, like just Vesgal would be ashamed.
Yeah. Vesgal's a shame. She sacrificed herself. You can help us too.
Yeah, and then you can roll that with religion if you would like.
Can I use Minotaur?
Absolutely. Scene or Stu, would you like to aid with this at all?
Yeah.
Okay. How would you like to tack on?
Just Stu's a hype man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it can
Just give him a little slap on the arm and like, yeah.
all right. Can
Oh no.
First of the 11. What the hell?
You are welcome to roll a hero point with that if you would like.
Ooh.
Okay. All right, hold on. Let's wait for the. That would be a fail. Thank you, Joe.
Whoop.
I think your dog thinks that's a success.
Yeah, that's I could understand
Wait.
that's what you said.
Yeah, you roll aid.
Wait, I roll 8.
Oh, you roll a skill.
What would be?
How are you helping?
Being a hype man. I basically just agree with enthusiasm.
Okay. That could be performance, could be diplomacy, could be intimidation if you're just trying to like shake your fist and be like, yeah, you so and so.
I'll do performance.
Okay.
That's a hype man for sure.
Mhm.
Oh.
Oh, that was all right.
In this case, that's
That
a
was scary, but
successful
still.
aid check, but it would still be a fail. That would only bring it to a 15. For Turkon's roll, it needs to get a little bit higher. So, I think Vesgal just kind of glares at you, and seems unconvinced. Says,
Wait, Vesgal's glaring?
No, sorry, Mauritan just glares at you, and she'll say, Vesgal's defiance led nowhere. And Turis, go ahead.
Turis is gonna look her steadfast in the eye and say, Vesgal's sacrifice saved countless mortals, countless followers, both hers and yours. And you speak of the Seraph, saying they can bring back some semblance of what you lost. Well, they won't. We've seen their followers. We've seen the voice of the Seraph, and he himself said that a wave of darkness will wash upon this land if the Seraph arrives. And they care not for the people here. There are still guardians of old, somewhere, defending this place. The Naga, some of them still exist. Some of these towers to maintain the balance, maintain the shield of this realm, still exist. We can fight them together.
Okay. All right. Building on Turkon's argument a little bit. Go ahead and add a +2 to whatever skill check you'd like to make here.
Alrighty. Did I do that right? Did it get the +2 on there?
I see the charisma 4 and the trained 6, so I think two more on this would be a 19.
Would that be a success, or should I use a hero point maybe?
She kind of like.
Scene could jump in.
Oh yeah, scene. You can aid here if you'd like. You are standing by to aid.
Sure. What can I roll?
Really, however you would like to aid. So if you want to like add on to his argument or like just perform some kind of action to back him up in any way.
Yeah. Trying to.
You punctuate everything he says with Spanish guitar.
Literally valid.
No, what Scene is gonna do is literally start playing his lute essentially and be like, and start talking about like, you probably haven't heard much music down here, but there's a band that I like. It's called Monsters Against the Machine. And they're all about taking it back from the man, the machine. In this case, the machine is the Seraph. And then he's gonna roll a performance check.
All right. So yeah, I think she like looks at Turris, and then you like kind of start playing. She doesn't notice like at first, and then and kind of like notices you playing your lute and looks over, and you give that explanation. And kind of and Turris, you also notice she kind of like tilts her head when you mention the Naga. You talk about fighting and about rising against the monsters against the machine, and she seems to like stand up a little bit straighter, and you think that this one got through to her as well.
Armis in the background like looks at Scene, thumbs up.
Scene's just gonna keep playing in the background.
And she just says, perhaps it is worth the fight. And Isha, back to you.
I shouldn't say what I was thinking I was going to say.
Say it out of
Now I'm
character.
very curious. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You don't have to. I'm not gonna lock you into that argument, but I'm very curious.
I don't know. The only way I can use deception.
I see.
If you don't fight, then the best thing you can do is eradicate yourself so that no one else can use you.
Whoa.
KY
like
ass
that.
man.
Okay, okay. Go ahead and give me the roll if that's. Jesus fuck! Of course,
Wow,
the crit.
mic drop, Misha.
I think she kind of like. She looks at you as you say this. And her claw kind of like closes around the egg that you rolled to her. She kind of looks down and then looks down at it and then back to you again and says, "That will not be necessary. I will fight with you. However I can."
Heck yeah.
And we can... You got 2 to 7 successes. We can end the encounter there. But we can continue role-playing it, of course, if you'd like.
Everyone is just in shock that you
Literally.
said that.
Mouritan
and
is
Isha-
not in shock.
Yeah, he just leaves.
And as you are kind of like looking in this hallway, they are literally still here on the map, but the brambles and everything that were in here are no longer there.
I forgot how fast I am. 45.
Oh, you are zooming.
Oh, there's no reason. Like, there's no reason to stay here.
Okay.
In Isha's mind.
Yeah. Give me a moment.
Ruh-roh.
Okay, carry on. And you get to about there.
Yeah, I was like, this is. I will simply wait for everyone else here.
Okay.
Like I can.
You think that from the next room, you hear just the briefest flutter of wings. But the game is on pause. Nothing else happens over there.
Stairs will approach Turris and ask him if he plans to open Tower Ironcrad to Mouritan. Once we leave this place, of course.
Can you say that one more time?
Oh, I was asking if you were going to open Tower Ironcrad to Mouritan once we leave this place.
Yes, unless there's some other place that Mouritan needs to travel to focus their power. Tower Ironcrad, I suppose, would be the most appropriate.
I know not what the world is like now. A place to collect myself would be good.
Just kind of looks Mouritan up and down. I'm sure we have a room big enough for you.
Let's lead you out of this place. And Steros will kind of motion for everybody to start following in
she
Isha's footsteps.
Speaks up again and says, You will have to release me from the outside. I cannot simply follow you out.
Right.
Very well. Is there some special incantation or some such that we're unawares of?
She kind of scoffs. She's like, if I knew the magics that bound me here, I would no longer be here.
I thought so. It was worth a shot, though. Perhaps you knew, just couldn't get to the other side to do it. All right, we'll figure it out.
We've figured it out twice before. Practically experts at this point.
Come, Mamas.
I assume Stu is on Turkan's shoulder still.
Yeah, Isha is just like
Is there a
is
way
like
you can just,
sitting
like-
here in the middle, like her tail is like glitchily like smacking the sand around. There's something over there.
Oh.
I think it's been more than 10 rounds, so shouldn't Armus default to his normal size?
Enlarge actually lasts like 5 minutes, I think. It probably does. It probably does end right about now. But it lasted through that conversation.
Hercule's like, I'm done having another big
Big
in the party. What's over where?
I heard the sound of wings.
Armus goes to the next room, checks it out.
Okay. What does he do to check it out?
Squints with his eyeless eyes.
Go
Oh no.
ahead and roll me a perception check.
Listens with his earless ears. He got real good ears.
Yeah, oddly, his ears quite good. There are. He doesn't see anything in here, but he hears just like the sound of like claw against stone down in the gap.
Down below in the precipice under the bridge.
Yeah.
Turris relays that to everyone else as Armus goes to poke his head over the gap.
Okay. You poke your head over, and you see these like shadowy black impish creatures just like laying in wait there. And I don't think Armus was trying to be stealthy as he approached, yes?
Nope.
Okay, we can go
Blinking around.
ahead and roll initiative. I see some folks already
This
did.
is what you meant by an exciting start to the session.
Nah.
Gave orders.
Oops, I hit the wrong freaking button.
Oh my god.
Can I say I had a specific spell prepared just in case something happened though?
Sure, yeah. Yeah, you knew you were walking towards danger, so.
Oh, never mind. I can't use it yet.
How so?
I was gonna sever conduit, but I can only use it if Armus takes damage that would knock him down.
Okay, go ahead and roll your initiative, by the way.
Okay. I could just desummon him, I guess. And then it would just take me all my actions to resummon him for the first turn.
It is still technically Armus's turn, so I'm going to say you rolled perception, you walked up to the ledge. I'm going to say you have one more action. Once we know where your initiative is. I didn't put that in the tracker, but I can toss that in. 25.
Because that was just a perception check, it wasn't his
Oh, I see.
initiative check.
Oh, my bad.
So they were lying in wait. Armus still has another action, or you still have another action, I suppose.
Yeah, he's gonna. Well, I can't de-summon him because that's 3 actions. So I'm gonna. He's just gonna back up.
Okay.
And go back. Turris is gonna shout imp trap or something like that. And that's 5. And just kind of get back in front of Steris here.
Okay. Okay. So Armis comes running back, and at the, like, following him pretty much. One of these imps flies out of this chasm and flies right towards Armis. How much fly speed? Not that much fly speed. And it's going to try to claw at Armis first.
Owie.
Owie indeed. For...
I can't see any of those rolls, but
right.
I saw a critical.
That's not bad. How's that?
Owie.
And then it's going to try to grab Armis. Except this is at -5. So does 21 beat Armis's reflex DC?
Grab is fortitude.
Fortitude? Really? Okay. Oh yeah, trip
Yes.
is reflex, and the other 2 are fortitude. Okay, fortitude DC.
Is it just the plus
10 plus
11, or
10
is
plus
it-
fortitude. Yeah.
and plus? I have a 21 then.
Okay. It successfully grabs.
Wow.
That's the wrong one. But then okay, another one's turn. Okay. The other one, second one flies around at roughly the same time. It's going to also try to grab Armis. So Armis is grabbed by 2 creatures. It's going to try to pull Armis as well. This will be at a -5. That looks like a critical success. Well, no, it's a regular success. So this whole troop here moves like 5 feet this way. Technically, this one is, I guess, hasn't moved, but is like 5 feet above Armis.
Armis, get back here!
Turkon, go ahead.
Do I have reach range on the one closest to me there?
You do. It's kind of a strange situation where even though it's a melee attack, he kind of has cover. So he'll have like a little bit of just a tiny bit of extra AC, but you do have reach.
First, I'm gonna do that for free, and then my 3 attacks.
Is a hit.
Oh, nope.
It lets out a screech and then kind of like ducks and dodges around your other 2 hits. Stu, go ahead.
Okay. Okay. Can I even?
You can get over there. You can move through Turkon.
Oh, ah! The windows are popping in my.
Oh.
Can I? see that? I'm gonna shoot a crossbow.
Okay. You do need to end your movement on a space where Turkon isn't standing. That's the only.
Oh shoot!
Yeah, that spot's totally fine.
Wait, but okay. Okay.
Did we have a chance to rest between?
Nope.
You had a
Last session,
chance.
this session.
You didn't take it.
Oh.
Oh. Okay.
Shoot!
Yeah, just barely a miss.
Okay, well, I'm gonna try and get another bolt in.
Okay.
Shoot my crossbow, but that kind of takes up all my choices right now.
Okay.
Fine!
Let's see. Oh. That's right. Okay. One that seems to be smaller kind of like flies up and sees how like tight everything is in there and just backs back up. Scene, go ahead.
That's right. You better leave.
So I don't think I have any of my focus points, so I can't do lingering composition, but I can do courageous anthem. So everyone has that. And then I'll do this. I'll give everyone here quicken.
Ooh.
I think everyone. Can I get Armis with it? Well, I guess Armis doesn't really have his own movement.
Yeah, you should be able to get him with you.
Okay.
You can't target both of them because the Eidolon doesn't have its own actions.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's what I was.
So
that's
yeah,
what I
yeah,
was wondering.
Turris.
Yeah, that's okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll just target all of us then. I'll target myself, but that doesn't actually do anything really for me. So.
It gives you the movement on your next turn,
Oh, okay.
but it doesn't do anything for you this turn. You're correct.
Yeah. That'll be it for my turn then.
Okay.
I will delay. I will say, Night Gaunts, don't let them tickle you.
What was that?
Don't let them tickle you. And then I'm gonna delay.
Okay.
And hopefully someone will move out of the way and I can...
Okay. This one, you don't see what it does because it's around the corner. And sorry, Stairs, it's your turn.
All right. Get them targeted. I will cast my 2 action so I can target both of them. Great. I'm not
not
aiming
targeting
for
Armis.
Armis. Sorry, I couldn't not select him.
Fair enough.
I was really trying, but you know.
All right. Well,
I aimed around him.
I'm dumb.
can you give me an attack roll for the second one? I think it.
Oh yes, it's multi-attack.
Okay, you hit. That must be Armis's AC, actually.
Oh shoot.
Okay, so you hit one of them, and the other one kind of like behind Armis, like ducks out of the way. But the one that's already a little bit hurt gets more roasted. Oh wait, I hit them wrong. We'll adjust. I'll adjust.
And
Oh, sorry.
that, I was like, I still have 2 actions technically.
Correct. Yeah. my bad.
One action. Oh, you have a stride. You have a stride, Pog.
Mhm.
Yeah, I have a stride. I'll use 1 action to lay on hands myself, which I believe I can do.
Yeah.
Great. Me, and then my last action, I'm going to move behind Dorkon.
Fair.
And yeah, that'll do it.
Okay. Okay. You hear some scratching from around the corner right about there. They're not trying to be stealthy. Turris.
How hard is it to punch somebody that's grappling you?
You're not restrained, so it's totally fine.
Alright, I'm gonna go after Turris.
Okay.
I'm gonna punch this badly injured one.
Okay. You hit him. Okay, I actually lied though. If you are grabbed, you need to make a DC 5 flat check. So just a D20 and it needs to be above a 5. So like 1 in 4. I guess that's just manipulate actions. Attacks are totally fine. Never mind, ignore that.
Yeah, an attack is not a manipulate. It's like to cast a spell,
to grab an item, to
yeah.
So I was totally wrong about being totally wrong. Punching, not a problem.
Good. All right. Armis punches this guy.
Yeah, you just smack his face, bounces it against the wall a little bit. Doesn't make a sound because it has no mouth.
Sorry, did not mean to. Ooh, what the heck? How do I'm not even using my move tool. What? Can you move me back? What the heck? Thanks. Oh, Lord! Okay, he's there. What the balls?
Okay.
Okay,
hold
now
on.
I got it.
Okay.
We're good. I somehow managed to. I don't know how I moved him in the first place because I didn't have a move tool going. Anyhow, I just wanted to. I was on the measure tool. Anyways, boop 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 boop. Caustic blast.
Oh.
Boop.
Oh, I see. Okay. Oops. What the? Okay.
Oh, and I am going to.
Yeah, one critically succeeds, and one of them regular succeeds, and we'll take half.
Okay. I forgot to mention, when I have Armus Punch, I also wanted to act together and use Protect Companion.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
Okay. Protect Companion is... okay.
Okay. Well, I'm glad I didn't use all of these. Okay, so I will cast Runic Weapon on your Becticorpin, Turkon.
I want to have every effect possible on my character token.
It's really hard unless you die and have 3 conditions on you. I have one more.
Yep. And these like kind of corner spots are totally valid to stand.
Yeah. Well, the problem is that I get grabbed, I will always critically fail.
I see.
So I will always be restrained. So I don't want to get grabbed. So I'll just move back to where I was, I guess.
Okay. I assume both of those were steps.
Yeah,
Okay.
they were.
All right.
Correct.
Not that I need to know for any particular reason. Anyway, so this guy, this very injured one that has grabbed Armus, just like lifts him up and takes off with him. Let's see. As they have this. I think it was... Does Turkon have attacks of opportunity? Do you have a reactive strike?
I think it's level 5.
Okay.
Let me double check.
And all right.
I have deny advantage. That's the only thing I have right now.
Okay. All right. So.
Well, yeah, that doesn't do attacks of opportunity.
And you can't see exactly what's going on with Armus unless you share senses? I don't know exactly. I guess you can speak telepathically.
Yeah, we can communicate. Yeah, we can communicate at any point.
Well, Armus knows that he gets dragged over the edge of the chasm and down into the dark.
Hmm.
And I guess... Would you like to receive forwarded telepathic thoughts from Armus?
Yes.
As Armus gets dragged into the dark, this thing says, sleep, dream, feed.
You must know that he doesn't eat.
This thing has no idea what Armus is. So, yeah. And then Armus pops out somewhere.
I can see.
You can. This other Night Gaunt, his own prey taken away, is going to... let's see. Just left to right. Okay. Nisha, it's going to move up to you.
Yeah.
Is going to try to grab you.
Sure. That is a success.
Okay.
I'm grabbed.
And as it grabs you and tries to lift you into the air, it's going to try to tickle you, so you resist less.
What the fuck? Don't tickle me.
Actually tickle. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Ooh.
Okay, fair. You are not sickened one, but there was a alternate timeline where definitely you were sickened too. Okay, Turcotte, go ahead.
Well, then I'm just gonna beat the shit out of this one.
All right.
Made it easy for you.
Is Armus immune to sleep,
And-
by the way?
Is this one counted as
Let
flanking?
me double check.
Okay.
He's a construct, so yeah.
I know that construct. You do have flanking, yes. Construct Eidolons don't have all of the immunities that regular constructs have. They have some of them, but not all of them.
I'm assuming a 15 doesn't hit.
Correct. Yeah, the critical miss or the natural one there would downgrade that to
Well, what about a 21 then?
21 does. It's weird that it's not automatically counting this as flanking, but yeah, that is a hit. Holy. Okay. And unfortunately, a miss. Stu, go ahead.
Okay. I'm just gonna go ahead and take another shot at this one here. I'm trying to stay back.
Okay.
No.
That is a hit.
Okay. And let's see. Ah, I'm stuck.
You're stuck? Where do you want to go?
Okay. I'm unstuck.
Okay.
Oh no, my like cursor like grabbed the map and wouldn't let me let it go.
Yeah, it's because you right-click your token.
Ah, it's
Yeah.
I thought I turned that off.
Rookie mistake.
Can I get? Can I get here?
Yeah.
Go ahead. Can I take a swing still? Or?
Yes. Let's see. Are you walking around with like a weapon and a crossbow drawn, or are you just gonna attack with the? Okay. All right.
Yeah, I have both my rapier and my crossbow in.
Okay.
Maybe not.
Unfortunate.
Okay.
Oh, you do technically still have one more action, I think, because you shoot, move,
I can
stab.
attack again.
Yeah, because scene of action give everyone like a
quicken.
free move action this turn.
Don't forget your features.
I'll get there. I didn't mean to do that.
In the middle of battle. Sheed.
Never mind.
She said, I'm done.
Please ignore it. I guess. Shoot. Okay. Yeah, whatever.
Dang, I am sorry.
That's it. It's okay.
All right. You are a medium-sized creature, yes?
Who, me?
Yes.
I am.
Okay. This all the same. Let's see. This night gaunt is going to fly in, sees just this chair, and it's going to try to grab you, and it's going to find out.
Why is this night gaunt so tiny?
Yeah, it is
Humbly
smaller than
request
the other ones. Sorry.
that we invest in like a hawk vest for Stu,
A hawk vest?
or invest in some anti-bird spikes.
Oh my god.
I see. I see.
Oh, the vest with the spikes all over him.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It tries to grab. It actually
Oh.
fails.
Hawk fist.
Yeah. It doesn't expect this strange creature to move like it does. It will try to just give you a stab with the tail and misses. It's having a bad time. Xenoboxia, go ahead.
Okay. I am going to use my move. I use my move to go here.
Okay.
And then I'm going to use...
Oh, actually, sorry. As you are moving over there, he probably should have done this to Stu instead, but he lashes out with the tail at you as you move over here.
Okay.
And misses. Wow. Okay, sorry. Carry on.
Nice. In response, he's going to shoot him with eye beams.
Okay.
Okay.
Dang. Miss.
Unfortunately. so.
That's okay. I will hit him with...
Yeah, you technically have 2 actions left because you had the free move this turn.
Yeah.
Time Zero is only 1 turn, right? So it's gone after this.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Is Courageous Anthem done?
Yeah,
yeah.
it will go away on your. It goes away at the end of your turn, so you need to re-up it.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay.
So I use 1 action to re-up this. And then... I'll just try and shoot him with eye beams again. Yikes. Okay, that'll be it.
Okay. Hmm. Okay. Stu, this guy is also going to come up behind you and try to grab you.
Fine.
What is your Fortitude DC?
I'm dumb.
It's 19.
Okay. It's just 10 plus your Fortitude.
Oh.
Okay. So he just flies in here, grabs you, and he's going to try to just the sound of like chair legs against stone kind of echoes out, and he pulls you back. I'm having so much trouble setting like measurement waypoints.
You can do that.
Yes, but apparently not right now. I don't know what my problem is.
That's so real.
So he slides you back here.
Stu!
Ow.
That's his actions. Stairs, go ahead.
Yikes. Okay. Let's try hitting him with one. Oh. Alright. Claiming I'm clicking wrong thing. Ooh. Man, when we got all these buffs on, it sure does load slow.
Yeah, I turned a bunch of them off again. It's some certain ones in particular are extra bad.
Oh my goodness.
I would like to point out the camera is just looking into darkness.
What? I see it looking at Stu.
On stream, it's just darkness.
I'm looking at my preview and it's looking at Stu.
I also see Stu and Varys' stream.
Now it switched over. Okay. I guess I just needed to load the ad first and then say.
I should be micromanaging it more. I'm used to it jumping around as everyone gets new turns. Sorry. Fan of Pain. I assume the one in the middle.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's the one I'm targeting.
Succeeds by 2 and is going to take half. Oh, takes full initial damage, but no persistent damage. Okay. Never mind. So he takes 3 more damage than that.
Cool.
I need to read these spells more carefully.
You're fine.
It happens to the best of us.
Okay. And then for my last action, I'm gonna battle medicine for Konnor.
Ah, excellent choice. All right,
It's
Turcon.
only 5, but better than nothing, buddy. Get back in there. I'm staying behind you.
That was your last action, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
that was. You beat me to click in my thing. Thank you. My poor laptop is like, I can't keep up.
Okay. This guy flies in here. Oh yeah. The Night Gaunt in the middle is currently grabbing Isha. That's right. That's right. It's just going to fly over to you, Turcon. And it is going to try to tickle you. I guess, well, first it'll just attack with its tail. How about that? It will miss. Wow.
I have a hard time imagining anything wanting to tickle Turkey.
Tell that to these guys.
Yeah.
Can't milk those.
Okay.
Whoa!
I'm sorry, what?
All right, Alistair. Just a miss on Turcon.
It's from League of Legends. The Minotaur character says that.
It's very... Yeah. Turks, go ahead. You see what Armis sees down here, right?
Yeah.
All right. I'm sorry to split the battle so drastically for you in particular.
That's okay. I can operate on 2 fronts. Wait, hold on. Can I? Hey, oh. How do you get rid of these stupid templates again? After you draw one?
You can like hover over it and hit delete on your keyboard and it should get rid of it. Be careful not to have yourself selected.
Hypothetically, if I put something there, I'd still hit Isha, yeah?
Correct.
Okay.
But that's some value though, you know? It's a lot of targets.
I'm also full HP.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I guess the other thing is you also hit Turkon.
Do I? That Turkon
Yeah.
was out of...
No, if it's a 10-foot burst, you hit hit him too.
Yeah.
You have other spells. You don't have to use Caustic Burst. You can use another spell.
That's true. Okay, let's see. I am going to first and foremost act together. And Armis is gonna punch the one that's on him still.
All right. Oh, the camera doesn't see. Doesn't have access to Armis, but it saw the dice. 24 does hit.
Max damage.
Wowie. Armis thinks this thing is not looking good. It almost like falls out of the air from that punch.
Then, at the same time, Sheriff is going to target this big boy in front of him and melee ignition him.
All right. That's an attack roll, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Ah!
Give me that damage.
Roll damage. Is that only 5 total?
The 2-1-1. Oh,
You rolled 2
no.
ones, yeah.
Oh my god. Can I hero point that?
You cannot
Right?
hero point your damage.
Dang.
Well, also, this isn't doubled.
It's not doubled, yeah, so it's 10 total. So you hit it with the fire slap and it does, like, kind of recoil, float away a little bit. I believe that also adds persistent fire, yes?
Was it a critical success?
It was.
Yeah, you nat 20
Takes
this.
double down and 1d4 persistent fire damage.
It's D6s. It's this level persistent fire damage melee.
Ooh.
Yeah, since you, yeah. So, even though it manages to kind of like get its wing in front of the initial hit, its wings are now like on fire and still burning.
Good. And for my last trick, Armis is going to follow up strike this guy.
All right. I still can't see him. What the frick, man? That is a hit. Yeah. So Armis reels back and like punches, and his fist just goes through this thing, and it dissolves in a puff of black smoke.
Kind of brushes himself off and then looks around like, I did. Oh, nobody's around to see that. Okay.
Well, what now?
What about? Immediately becomes the Pulp Fiction meme. Looking around.
Yeah, just see him just turn around and like put his palms up for a second and just drop them back down.
Tourist just like yells out loud, I don't know, jump back through the hole.
You should.
Everyone around him can hear.
You should go ahead.
Hold on, I'm referencing my notes. Give me a moment.
Okay.
Okay. This is not looking good.
Oh.
I guess first things first, I'll try and leave. Oh, never mind. Okay, so you can't. So this, I have a special version of Daze that is linguistic instead of manipulate.
Okay.
So yeah, there's nothing else I can do. I critically failed my escape check, and then
And it failed this.
Oh, good.
Let's see. Okay.
okay, I guess I'm getting lifted off.
You're not wrong. So he yoinks you down. He's got, what is it, 25? 30 fly speed. So pulls you 25 straight down and 5 over
When's he taking his fire damage?
at the end of his turn.
Oh, okay.
So Stu, just like right past you, another one of these winged things flies with Isha like over the ledge.
It is cartoonish how this looks.
No.
If a smiling face could be unimpressed, it would be unimpressed right now.
Go ahead, and as it pulls you down into the dark, I need you to make a will save. As this wave of fatigue washes over you.
Oh, yay, I'm asleep.
You are indeed asleep. Armis.
Oh. Armis is like, huh?
Yeah, like through the fabric of the ceiling here, this night gaunt appears with Isha, and then like drops Isha on the ground, sees Armis here. Isha is just like totally limp. It realizes it cannot peacefully feed on Isha's dreams, with Armis just standing here. So it will turn and try to slap Armis.
Owie.
Oh,
For 28.
wow.
And everyone in the group sees like a fresh gash appear just like on Turris's person somewhere across Turris's chest. Or maybe not. Maybe that's not how the damage sharing looks for these two.
I'm trying to think of the flavor, actually. 'Cause I thought about it for Armis specifically, but not Turris.
This thing fails to not be on fire and takes 10 damage. And disappears in a puff of smoke. Burns to a crisp. Oh my god, you're critting whatever you're hitting. Oh my god.
The little one that tried to tickle me.
You nearly flatten it against the wall, and it like falls to the ground and tries to start stumbling away. Two misses, unfortunately. Stu, go ahead.
I would like to try and adhesive grapple.
Oh. Oh, okay.
If there's a way for me to do that.
Yeah, you can just try to grapple him. Grapple is athletics by default.
Yes. I think. Wait, did I get a choice on that? Fine.
Ooh.
Wow. That is a success. So you just like
I'm gonna
grab.
sticky. I'm gonna get real sticky.
Yeah. You grab him back, all sticky like, you like sticky your feet and like dig the feet of your chair form into the ground, and he just kind of looks back confused.
Oh, Varys.
Yes.
I remembered why they don't have flanking, actually.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, that's because they have all around vision.
Oh, they do have all around vision. Heck.
Yeah.
You're right. That's fine. It has only mattered once, I think. So you guys got one extra attack.
Some sort of owls?
Worse.
Yeah.
They don't even need to turn their heads.
Mm.
Worse. Oh, shit.
And I would like to try and stab it.
Okay. Grappling is an attack, so it is this will be at like reduced bonus, but you can definitely try to stab him. Since you have him grabbed, he is off guard.
Okay. Did I just do the one with the bonus penalty or whatever?
Yeah, the first penalty, yeah. Heck. All right, that's a hit. This should have.
Oh, I didn't target. Shit!
Oh, I see.
I'm so bad about that.
If you want to go ahead and roll your sneak attack damage, I can just add it. Or whatever other precision damage you have. You can like hit the damage button again if you'd like, if that's easier.
Okay. Yeah. Oh.
Okay. Okay. All right. I'll use the first like actual damage roll. So you stab him for 9. It looks very offended.
I'm gonna be like, you're going in my mouth.
Its head just like jerks back.
And then I'm done.
Okay. All right. Let's see. All right. This one is gonna flit over to you, Tarkan, and try to jab at you with his tail. And fail? Good lord. Again.
Can I derisively laugh at that one?
Okay, it succeeds. You can. But then it like it does manage to jab at you with the tail, and I need you to make a fortitude save.
Leaving.
Tickle.
And your laugh turns into a giggle as you successfully get tickled and become sickened one.
Successfully become tickled.
Scene, go ahead.
I'm going to. I'll do Courageous Anthem again. So I can just keep doing it.
All right.
And then. Okay, 1 minute. Let me see how I can Is there a way? How can I draw this? I'm just testing something.
Okay.
That's not hitting me, is it?
Nope.
No. Okay, I'm going to Concordant Choir that exact spot for the two
Okay.
actions.
It. Does Concordant
If that's
Choir have a
okay.
manipulate component?
It does not,
Oh,
actually.
all right, sick. All right,
Cool.
go ahead and hit the
So I'll do-
2-action one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, one of them critically fails and one of them
Nice.
fails.
Damn,
Nice.
that's great.
Oh wait.
I got it.
Would that be affected by Courageous Anthem?
Since I think Courageous Anthem is attacks.
And damage,
Damage?
rolls.
Wow. Okay, yeah. So this would be a +1. It means +2 on the one that critically failed. So this one needs to take 14 damage. And the other one takes... The other one dies. The sound wave hits this one, and you you can see the wave like ripple through it as it also turns to dust and disappears.
Love to see it. And then that's it. That's my turn.
Okay. Stu, you say this one's gonna go in your mouth, and it lets go of you, and it tries to escape your grab. Which I think it can use athletics for. Okay, I think that succeeds. So, releases you, escapes your grab, and then just flies into this chasm and, like, into the wall.
Okay.
Just fucking runs. Stairs, go ahead.
Does Armus see this other one?
No,
Okay.
it does not pass the threshold all the way.
Attempting to thunderstrike the little one in front of us.
Alrighty. It succeeds and we'll take half.
I'm trying to pick which hex I want to put on him.
Yeah.
I'm like, I only have one more focus spell. Do Needle of Vengeance.
Alrighty.
And I will name Turris. Basically what happens is whenever this guy attacks Turris, he takes 2 mental damage.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Nice.
Or uses
Thanks.
a hostile action against him.
Ooh, even better.
Target takes 2 mental damage. With a basic will save. Does it roll the save every time? It kind of seems like it does. Interesting. Okay,
I think so.
got you. That's interesting. So it succeeds the next one, is what I'll say on that.
Okay.
All right. Terrace, go ahead.
There still is his inside voice and his outside voice confused, and his like hand like ignites, and he goes for another like just palm against this little thing. And as he like swings out, he's like, "Well, wake her up! I'm a little busy here." Back together. Curse is going to ignite this thing, and Armus is going to wake Isha.
All right. Go ahead and make the attack roll. Excellent. Blast him with fire. Doesn't look like he's doing too great. Meanwhile, Armus goes to wake Isha. Isha, you just, as you get dragged into the dark in the last turn, you fall asleep. And you're not asleep very long, but you have just a couple of flashes again of Scala, but this time it is behind her, and she is in Kalmacourt, just directly below the mouth of Monteclana Gorge. Looking up, you see the star bright in the sky, brighter than you've seen it in recent days, and Scala just says, I don't know how to stop it. It can't be stopped. Our enemy will find us. And then you are...
And as... so... Armus is, like, waking me up.
Yes.
And Armus hears me say, I will do what you could not.
Hell yeah.
And then Isha, like, gets, like, prodded. She's like, oh. Well, this is embarrassing.
Terrace, what would you like to do for your last action?
Well, I can do one more attack.
You can.
Yeah. So, just out of curiosity,
Huh?
I can use like my melee spell attack and like using my offhand whenever I'm attacking and stuff, right? Or does it like not matter? Or
What do you mean? Sorry?
I have my gun out.
Oh, yeah.
Like technically drawn.
Sure.
Can I use my gun?
Yeah.
Can I cast gun?
You can blast him, yeah.
All right, I cast gun.
It'll be at map -5 because your ignition is in attack as well. So you have the multi-attack penalty.
Just the next one is +2. Is that right or no?
Yeah, that seems about right.
Okay. Also, apparently, I thought I did, but I didn't load it, so let me hit with the button. Let me. How do I load the gun? Oh, no ammo,
Yeah,
round code. Okay, there we go. I do have the ammo. I thought it was loaded mechanically. There we go. That should do it. That's the wrong button. There's the right button.
That's a hit. All right. You blam him after a moment of fiddling with the hammer.
Haven't used this before. Ah, there we have it.
Isha, would you like to do anything?
No, Amos, I'm sure she wasn't talking about you. You're capable of a lot of things.
She just like jumps across I could almost make it back.
Yeah.
Armus is like, okay.
I can like zoom you back to the bridge if you want.
They only have one more. I think they can handle it. I'll just wait patiently here.
Okay. All right, Turkan, go ahead. And Isha, if you want to slap your face.
Yeah, slap that face.
Oh no.
Yay, my rolls are so nice today.
The rolls have been rough. Even ooh, there we go.
There you go.
Even in the social encounter, it's like, wow, you guys are rolling under 10 a lot. Holy Jesus. All
This thing
right.
better be dead.
Yeah. How would you like to do this?
Overhead smash.
Yeah, you just bring the hammer down on this thing and flatten it to the ground, and then you lift up the hammer and look at it. There's like nothing there. The thing is just totally gone. There was a poof of smoke out the sides of the hammer, and then nothing.
I was expecting a kaboom.
What's the terrifying earth-shattering kaboom?
The rock definitely cracks. The ground beneath it. All right.
Well, that was unpleasant.
That's from the dreams of... and like... Chris just kind of like leans against the wall.
Stairs will
I
tell you
think-
to hold still.
Burp, 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 burp. That sounds good. That sounds real good. I think also like, especially with how grievous his wounds were, like how low did I get there?
One.
You're
Uh,
at
We
2.
were down to
Something
2.
like that, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Like, yeah, I like that flavor. The idea, like the one thing that kind of betrays that he's not actually just a human is like as the wounds become so grievous. On Armus, like this is the flavor that I thought for him, but I think it's kind of cool that it's linked. Like, you know, as they claw into Armus, like rather than it just being like metal underneath, like this kind of ethereal, blue kind of like starts like bleeding out of him, but not like dripping on the ground. It kind of like floats away from him, like upwards in every direction. And the same thing happens to Turris in the same locations. Like Turris has like this gash over his chest, and like this ethereal, like misty blue just kind of is floating out of him rather than just dripping out of him.
Yeah, heck yeah. I like that.
Love it.
Break time?
Yeah, I was gonna say we can do a break. Don't forget to maybe rest and refocus and medicine check when we get back.
I will say it doesn't matter for me, so
Yeah,
I'm not going
You're
to.
actually fine.
Well, no, I also like I'm overwhelmed, so I can't even actually use my focus spells anymore.
Oh, okay. All right. So yeah, we'll take a 10-minute break and then we'll continue.
Okie dokie.
Oh, we're like sleeping?
Yes, I believe so.
That's not what I understood, but that is fine.
Oh.
Interesting.
Varys is gonna come back and be
Yeah,
like,
he's gonna be like, "Why are you guys well rested, huh?"
I won't click my button quite yet.
I am back. And
Welcome back.
you guys can sleep if you want. I assumed you would do that outside and not in here.
I'm not sleeping in here. These bitches can sleep in here. Take me out.
But
They don't come out here. They don't come out here holding someone who's dying. I'm leaving.
I assumed you at least wanted the 10-minute breather. I didn't assume you would be
Yeah.
sleeping in Mauritan's prison. Given the choice
Right.
not to.
My intent was to take time to heal Turris and refocus.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Thanks.
This seems funny. There's. And a little apt.
Wow. These guys aren't going to be much help. We figured they used to hold huge outdoor
Okay, I'm not gonna... I will play that later, not on stream. Just because copyright and stuff.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Yeah, look at me.
I think most people are back. I'm not actually sure, but my dog is outside, so I will probably get.
I'm here.
I will get interrupted at some point to let my dog in. Headache, by the way, not chilling for the campaign.
Oh no.
So I might go for another hour and then call it short, but we'll see how I feel in an hour. I'm still doing okay right now.
Is it one of those that's like slowly developing?
Yeah, I kind of had it when I woke up. I like took ibuprofen, drank water, chilled a little bit, and it seemed to go away. Like ate food, all that good stuff. And then like once we started and I was like reading text, I was like, huh.
It's the worst.
Yeah, it's definitely like fine when I'm not.
Is it the same one you had a couple days ago?
No, definitely not.
Just suffering being a headachy.
Yeah, some weeks it happens a lot, and then I'll go months and be fine. But much like coffee birds. Who was? Oh, that was just Moto and Aki that were there for that conversation.
What conversation?
The conversation about burning myself on coffee yesterday, and burning myself in general.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
I managed to burn myself twice yesterday, and it was incredible.
Oh.
What do you do?
Oh, it's like my spilling spell.
Exactly.
I will spill constantly and then not spill for a really long time.
Specifically, how I managed it was I was trying to make coffee with like the inverted brewing method on the AeroPress.
Oh, yeah.
Most of those words probably don't mean anything to most of the people here.
Yep.
But
It's super dangerous.
well,
What?
it's I will just say that if you start with it upside down and you're like making the coffee with it assembled upside down, it's totally fine. But flipping it over after it's all like put together with like pressure building up and stuff is not smart. It's very dumb. So anyway, I spilled coffee on my hands.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Yeah.
Okay.
It like stung for like 45 minutes or so, and then it was fine. I don't have any like marks or anything.
Cool.
Oh.
Just 45 minutes of pain. No
It was
big.
very light, you know, like if you poke it with your thumbnail and you're like, yeah, I feel that. But like I said, no marks on me today or anything. I didn't like get scalded.
That's good.
I don't remember how else I burned myself yet. Oh, pizza rolls. Yeah. Anyway,
That's a classic though.
truly a classic.
Yeah.
You didn't eat pizza
Not a-
rolls if you didn't
yeah.
burn yourself.
Exactly. It's not a pizza roll experience if you didn't come out burned.
I think every single person's like first experience with pizza rolls is like almost dying,
Correct, yeah. I mean, it wasn't
just
even
biting into one.
it wasn't even eating a pizza roll. It was like I made them in the air fryer for once. And there was like a lump of just like kind of cheese and sauce or whatever that got like crisped on the outside, so it was like pick upable. And it felt fine on the outside, and then I put it in my mouth and like
Oh, Armageddon.
yeah, it was just like a yeah. The inside had not cooled down. It was eating a pizza roll just without the shell of the pizza roll.
Mhm.
Anyway,
Well, call it whenever you need it.
we'll do. For the folks who weren't here, my headache has gotten worse and not better, and I might only have another hour or so in me rather than the full duration. So, anyway, yeah. So you guys have defeated the Night Gaunts, and you grouped together to refocus, take a little breather, and apparently get a full night's sleep in the process. I assume that there's no more encounters in here, so it's fine. I assume that you guys don't actually want to sleep in Mauritan's little prison here, and probably want to leave first. But like I said, no more encounters, so it's gonna be fun. Still, thank you. Yes.
I think that's on me. I was the one who first clicked the rested button because I was like, I didn't realize there was a difference.
Oh. Oop.
Oh.
I mean, Stu just sleeps everywhere, so is it really any
That's why
different?
he's the
Isha, as you and Turkan are going back through this in basement, there's actually a kind of like black lacquered box just at the bottom of the stairs.
It's a black box.
It is.
Hmm.
It's not, it's not that kind of black box, but I mean, maybe it is.
Are you sure? Am I gonna find an HP in there?
Find a what?
Perhaps.
An HP.
Like a printer? Inkjet?
Wow.
An HP
No. The in Lancer Varus, the NHPs are
Oh, right,
held in black boxes.
Yeah.
It's making
No,
yeah,
this
it's okay.
this isn't where you're.
No, you played like literally 2 sessions of Lancer. So
This
it's
isn't
fine.
where you're gonna
Yeah.
find your AI companion.
I want an
Not-
AI companion. Oh, wait, I
Not
kinda do.
AI. Notably not AI.
Yeah. Okay.
NHPs are not AIs. They're NHPs.
which are not AIs.
They are.
They are not AIs. They are clones of people.
They're Cortana.
Oh, this seems nice. I'm assuming Turkon isn't looting this box.
I was just looking at it, but I'm not taking anything there.
Oh, okay.
And I have to let my dog.
I'll
in.
take this stuff.
You're right.
I will take this stuff. And then when we are elsewhere, we can distribute it. Also, I'm just going to assume that this like cloak is supposed to be mystified.
Okay. Sorry about second break. So, after pulling the items out of the box, you start ascending the stairs, which again seem to span like the distance of several floors. Much like my stairs up to let my dog in, apparently. I can't believe I'm out of breath. And as you were approaching the top, you see kind of the door to the outside world again, and you see Cilia kind of pacing back and forth in front of the opening, and then sees you all approaching up the stairs and does like a double take. Well, really sees Isha approaching up the stairs, and then Turkan taking up most of the stairway behind. But you see her kind of take a sigh of relief and a couple steps away from the door, the opening. And you emerge back into the rotunda, the garden.
Surprised?
Relieved.
As am I. Release her.
She is, sane of mind. And amicable
As
to our...
good as it could be.
To your cause.
Supposedly. I don't think anyone tried to see if she was lying, but she seemed convinced.
Very well. Then stand back and I will try to release her. And she spends the portal kind of like closes again once you are all outside, and she spends a moment kind of collecting herself a little bit, kind of meditating in front of the door. Her eyes are closed for really probably a good 2-3 minutes before she finally stands up and holds a hand out, the other tracing these runes in the air, very similar to the ones making up the portal and the door. And she starts chanting, her voice echoing throughout the entire rotunda. And the runes on the door start to light up, start to turn, and again, a portal opens, but the domain inside kind of looks... The portal opens at the point where Mauritan was standing, and you see kind of the facsimile of the cave inside is kind of melting almost, dissolving into just this kind of dark, deep blue, this navy blue. It's almost reminiscent of like the night sky. And it just swirls to dust. And Mauritan is like turns and looks at Cilia as she's weaving this spell, and then starts to flaps her wings once and then twice, and then starts to fly towards the door, and with a great rush of air emerges from the gate and appears back in this world. And she flies over the garden and lands in the middle of it with a loud thump, and just kind of stops and looks around at the other doors.
How novel.
Must feel good to spread your wings.
She says, it does. The air out here is not as stale and stifling.
Well, it's real.
She nods. Asilia, after channeling this, kind of like drops to one knee in front of the gate and is kind of like holding her arms, kind of like still faced towards the door, breathing heavily, just kind of collecting herself again.
Steris will approach her, kind of lean down, thank her for helping us to free Mouritan, and ask if she's all right.
Yeah, you like start thanking her, and you lean down, and you see that there are just like these small like vines and bits of like tree bark have grown around her arms, and like kind of up her neck. You can see from like under the robes, and it seems like she kind of barely hears you at first, and kind of does a double take and then nods.
I don't think she's going to be able to pull that trick again anytime soon.
Is this the consequence of channeling this power?
She kind of gives a slow nod.
Well, it's for a worthy cause. Thank you.
Yes, I am. I do not regret it or hesitate. It's just the cost. I believe one of your companions knows a little something of this kind of pact.
Just like looks at everyone like for a knowledgeable look, and like looks at Steris.
But she kind of like sits down.
Scene would be nodding as she says this.
Excellent.
Dean is just vibing with what she's saying.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
the cost, man.
Yeah.
Capitalism at it again, man.
Yeah, true. She just like sits down. She's like, truly, I just need a rest and a moment to collect myself, and I will be fine.
Frankly, I think we can all do with a rest.
Yes. Whatever darkness took hold of Mauritan's dream manifested in some sort of imps after we freed her. Dreadful creatures.
I believe Isha referred to them as night gods.
Yeah, Asilia looks confused for a moment, and then looks at you and you say, night gaunts. And actually, what does Asilia know about night gaunts?
Are those things that we saw fleeing from Mauritan's encasement? Were those the imps in like some sort of form?
Yeah,
Or do
pretty
they look
much.
totally different. Yeah, okay.
After kind of comparing the two, they seem to be one and the same.
Right.
Asilia just continues to look confused when you say night gaunts. She has no idea what they are.
Well, in some form or fashion, the Seraph has bled into Mauritan's dream, trying to corrupt her, dissuade her from the inside, and we were able to beat back that darkness and show Mauritan the truth of things.
And Mouritan is like kind of staring up at the ceiling, but then hears you all talking about this, and she's facing away from you, but she kind of like turns to look at you all, head just turning all the way around. And says, they are no minions of the Seraph. Simply pests.
A side effect of stasis.
Oh. Suppose dreadful nonetheless.
Yes. They feed on my hard work. They're dream eaters.
Oh, that's what that one with Isha was doing before it ignited.
And Mauritan's head turns back around. She looks at the ceiling.
Chris comes up to Mauritan and asks, you have the ability to have some sway over mortal dreams, is that right? You still have that power?
She nods, and then to the first question, she nods. It seems like she's kind of only like half paying attention. And then you ask if she still has that power, and like her head kind of like snaps to you and kind of like tilts left, tilts right. She's like, of course I do. And she closes her eyes for a moment. And then tilts her head the other way again.
Does she seem like she's being truthful in the moment?
Yeah, she said it with great conviction, but then...
Oh, okay.
Go ahead and roll a perception check.
Yeah, Isha just kind of like rolls up.
A little bit of confusion does show on her face when she kind of like closes her eyes again. You read this owl surprisingly well for her being an owl. And after a moment, she's like, yes, I can still reach out, but strange.
What seems to be the matter?
Perhaps it is just my long slumber, but their dreams do not come as readily as they once would.
Yeah, Seraph has been sending minions.
This has nothing to do with the Seraph.
You don't think so? I mean...
No, Mouritan is disempowered. She has not been worshipped in thousands of years.
Well, that's also why I was worried that she might need more juice, as one might say.
She's not the only one.
Not just worship. The world once answered my call. She kind of like realizes that probably doesn't make any sense to some of you, but she says, I cannot access the well of power that I once could.
We were told that before the fall came, as they were coming, you used dreams to warn the realm of their coming, to help ready people. That is what you're referring to.
That is part of it. That is the power that the world gave to me.
What is the other part?
She tilts her head. How to explain? The world's will is a river, and it flows through her children. I can still touch the flow, but it is less.
Is there any way we can help strengthen your connection to this flow of the world?
I am unsure.
Is it the connection that needs strengthening, or is it the flow itself?
Perhaps I should say, the flow isn't less, but my ability to bend it is less. It is stubborn in its flow now.
I'll have to meditate on this.
She's talking about ley lines, right?
You being who you are, you would understand that, yes.
She's talking about the ley lines. They're rivers of veins, maybe more specifically of magic, that run back and forth across the world like a network of blood vessels. Not that I know what they are, of course.
Curtis.
You say as you eloquently explain exactly what they are.
Oh, I was talking about the blood vessels.
Oh.
Like
I
she
put it
like
down.
takes like a claw and just like plays like the xylophone on her ribs, like.
Well, perhaps Mouritan being freed will naturally enhance the connection. But is there anything we can do to help it along?
Is there a focal point of these ley lines? Anywhere near us?
Mouritan will need to find a ley line and attune to it.
I wonder if I have ley lines. Huh.
Well, you bleed, don't you? In a sense.
Suppose so. Didn't like that though. Could do with that experience without that experience again.
Mouritan's kind of like squinting at you.
Are you gonna thank Mouritan for giving you a first-time nightmare?
Turris just kind of like scoffs. Siege engines.
That's okay. I saw Scala twice.
Why?
Oh,
I
well,
didn't see anything.
I could help if you wish.
Oh?
beware the dipping thyself in the well of madness.
I think Mouritan kind of scoffs. He's like, nightmares are no more mad than the one who dreams them.
Siege engines do make me rather mad, that is fair.
Yeah. Isha pulls out the things that she has acquired.
Acquired.
My assumption is that this cloak Varus is supposed to be mystified.
Mouritan will explain what they do. These are technically gifts from Mouritan,
okay.
so Mouritan will explain the cloak.
Aww.
And the feather. Explain that they were keepsakes of one of her followers.
Isha kind of Mouritan is explaining this like cape that looks like wings. She's like, well, I don't need this, obviously. Anyone else can have that. And there's also the fan and the astrolabe.
The astrolabe.
Do you have an interest? I do have an interest in the astrolabe, though.
She has no idea actually what the astrolabe is about. Where did the feathered fan go?
It is in equipment.
Okay.
It's in the party stash.
Wants to be able to fly.
I'm good, thanks.
It also gives dark vision or low light vision, so that's pretty useful.
Yes.
I already have low light vision and the fly spell, so if somebody else is eyeing the Duskwing, by all means take it.
I mean, flight on Turkan would be kind of intimidating, yeah.
I think it would go great at Turkan.
But I already have low light vision, so if anybody else needs that, well,
A lot of this party is going to have low light vision.
Yeah, I was about to say, does anybody not have low light vision? Because I have low light vision as well. So that might just be a moot point on that one. And so it's like, who
I thought
wants to fly?
we had one person that didn't, but I guess we all have dark vision or low light vision now.
Yeah, at the beginning, I don't remember, but I don't think Turris just had regular vision at the beginning, if I remember correctly.
I think that's true, and I think he was maybe I think there were two, and I think that both of those people now have low light vision. Dark vision is still pretty uncommon in the party, but low light vision, most folks here have.
Half of our party has dark vision.
Yeah.
And half of me has dark vision.
You know, the better effect for the Duskwings are definitely the fly and the +1 to seek, which you will find when you try to seek a creature as your eyes open wide like an owl.
Whoa.
I would like to take the fan.
What does the fan do?
Yeah, Varus didn't even explain what the fan did.
I'm
We're
sorry.
just like, it's unmystified now.
I was reading.
The fan, when you wave the fan for one action, it casts the Gust of Wind spell.
Ooh.
And uses your class DC or spell DC as the saving throw. And on a critical fail, the target falls asleep, and when they wake up, they are frightened 1. If they critically fail. So it just is Gust of Wind plus a bit of nightmares.
I don't know, if nobody else wants Duskwings, I will take it just for the flight.
I think you should take it.
Yeah, why not?
Does anyone care if I take the Wand of Shrouded Step since no one's grabbed it?
Go right ahead. I don't have any issues with that. I don't know if anyone else does.
Okay. If anyone wants it, let me know. I don't really need it, but I can use it.
Mhm.
Stu wants it.
Okay.
I'm kidding.
Nice.
I'm kidding.
Will the cloak like resize itself for me?
Yeah.
Naturally.
Well, we must figure out a way to allow Mouritan to tap deeper into these ley lines, and I don't remember exactly what we said specifically, but I guess first we'll go over the basics of like Seraph has been trying to incept into people's, for lack of a better term, people's dreams and cause them to come to the belief that they are destined to help this Seraph, or even not even knowing what it is, have some greater purpose than in life than what they are currently doing. It uses these creatures named Ruchalek to plant these dreams into people. We're hoping that if you can regain your strength and your connection to this, to the world, you can overpower those dreams and help those people and everyone else realize the error of following this Seraph.
She actually kind of scoffs. She's like, even that much I can do now.
Well, by all means. I guess,
Perhaps we should rest before discussing our plan of action.
yes, I suppose so. Mouritan, would you like to reunite with Anna, perhaps?
There is her head kind of like flicks to you and kind of like tilts again. She's like, there is kind of an odd hesitation that you do not immediately understand the meaning of, but then she says, I do have questions for the trickster.
I'm sure he'll just love to answer.
Yes. He resides with me. I shall take you to him.
She nods.
I assume my dungeon portal is still in this garden.
Yeah.
So lead Mouritan and anybody else that's following to where the door is in whatever wall or rock Turris left it in. You're not unfond of the cold, are you?
The cold does not bother me.
Good. Anyway. Turris opens the door. Wind starts howling as the cold breeze sweeps into the garden.
Mouritan kind of like hops closer to the door and like gets real low and like puts their head down next to it. And it's kind of like looking around through the door. And the wind is kind of like rushing through, and there's definitely a little bit of like a shrug in the adjustment of shoulders. And then she scoots forward and like pushes her head through the door, and over the course of like a minute squeezes through.
Perhaps I will have to research how to enlarge in this portal.
I was just going to suggest that.
And perhaps distance out the runes next time.
most of the people squeezing through are not Mauritan sized.
Fair. Steris will also enter Tower Einkrad. Has the choice place to take a long rest.
Okay. Well, the first after Mauritan gets through, and they're kind of like looking around, kind of inspecting the tower a little bit for a moment or two, but then their head kind of like looks south, and they seem transfixed on a point to the south. Then everyone who follows through goes through the door. You see the same thing that Mauritan does. You see the star that had once been high in the sky, just a week ago, just barely a glimmer above Montecalana, is now low in the sky, low to the horizon, brighter than you have seen it.
Oh, that is not good. As a side note, as to not leave Cilia and Envoy there, you would invite them through as well.
Yeah, they would follow through.
Such hospitality.
And Envoy, upon walking through, would kind of also lock his featureless faceplate in that direction and kind of like very slowly reach up and like take off his hat. You see that the star is no longer in space outside of this world, but is just hanging over the mountain range to the south, far to the south, probably. You can't even see the mountains, actually, but it's just like you see this bright ball just very slowly descending.
That is cause for concern.
It progressed so much faster than I thought.
Kind of nods to Mauritan. This was the first sign of the Seraph. This is what its followers had the mortals of this realm dream of. The sign of the Seraph's coming, of good tidings, which are revealed to be ill.
Good tidings. That flame is wicked.
I hope you fully understand now why we sought to free you. The Seraph wanted to use you specifically to ease its progress over domination of this world. With that same power, I believe that we can fight the Seraph, and we can win. And any other siblings or family, for that matter, he kind of says, looking at Envoy.
He kind of like looks over and meets your gaze, and kind of like tilts his head a little at the mention of siblings. He doesn't have a very expressionful face, like expressive face, but he kind of like shifts uncomfortably as you mentioned that. He seems concerned. But Mauritan, for her part, says, "This seraph shall not have the realm of nightmares and dreams." That I can promise.
Hell yeah. Sorry.
Tursk like kind of gives like an affirmative smile and nod, and kind of like, what's the right way to phrase it? I guess the best way to phrase it is kind of like reaches up and kind of presses his hand against one of Mauritan's wings in kind of like solidarity or camaraderie, I guess.
Okay. Yeah, she watches you for a moment, those bright, reflective green eyes, and then kind of like turns them back south. And says, what I can do, nothing to rip that fortress from the planet, from the world.
Fortress.
She kind of like, her eyes kind of like widen even just a little bit more, and she just says, yes. Doesn't explain further.
So it is then. That is the Oxystinium. Kind of more of a question than a statement.
I don't know who it's posed to.
Mauritan.
Oh, Mauritan is like, I know not what this Arx is that you refer to. It is a... She kind of shakes her head. It's like a twisted... amalgamation of metal and stone. Surrounding a burning fire.
Here's kind of like has a 1,000-yard stare for a moment, and then kind of shifts uncomfortably and looks at himself. When I say looks at himself, I mean he looks at his tower, and then looks at the star.
Yeah, if anyone wants to try to make out this shape that Mauritan is describing, go ahead and make a perception check. It is. It's just
I will.
very far.
Far, you say?
Eight times farther than normal. I'm gonna go ahead and say you guys just like pass this around a little bit. If that's okay, Turs.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. Okay, so both.
Turs loves to share.
The spyglass does not avail the scene of auction very much.
I too big.
Yeah. But Steris and Turris, you manage to kind of get the sense of this shape, and it is truly mostly hollow, with just this bright purple flame in the middle of it. There's looking through the spyglass, you can see kind of this looks like almost like a flock of birds or bats kind of like rolling around it or in front of it every once in a while makes it like even harder to kind of get the full shape of it. But it seems to be kind of a like Mauritan described. It's kind of like metal or stone like beams, like support beams, scaffolding almost, like connected together to form this alien geometry. It looks like a little bit kind of like a twisted dodecahedron. The sides, the like hollow gaps in it aren't quite like the right shape. But that's kind of the idea of the shell of it.
In my flashback, did I actually see the Arxesinium, or did I see...
Yeah, and it just looked like a keep. It just looked like a castle.
Okay.
So whatever this is, this ain't that.
What is this thing, if not the Arx? What are those creatures flying about it? More... Oh, wait, no, that's not connected. Is it attacking the city? Or was it merely approaching?
Yeah, that kind of detail you definitely cannot see from here.
Based on our previous experience with the Seraph minions, I don't think they're just peacefully approaching.
Yes. Too true. I fear for Karma Court. I hope the defense has lasted. Until reinforcements.
I'm sure it did.
Well, there's nothing we can do now. Everyone should get inside and get some rest. I will take you to Anna, Mouritan.
She kind of shuffles and turns away from the star, although her gaze and her head kind of like linger on it for a moment before she finally turns away.
Wish more of my tower was unlocked. I feel like I'm only at... I feel like I'm only at a fraction of my potential. I don't know what that even means, but it burns within me. And Turris will proceed to the main doors of the castle.
Okay. Yeah. So, is the plan still for everyone to sleep here, get a long rest in the tower?
That was my
Sounds like it.
intention.
Yeah, I believe so.
I want to pull aside Asilia.
Okay. Yeah, she'll like... She's lingering herself already when some of the other folks are kind of like heading towards the tower. Just
Yeah,
staring.
I don't actually... Yeah, I didn't actually follow them because I wanted to talk to Asilia.
Yeah. So she's just like naturally lingering, and you can approach her after the others depart.
You can peer into these prisons, right?
She turns and gives kind of like a hesitant nod. She's like, that seems to be the case, yes.
Show me this one. She like points to Istal's.
Okay. Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah. Okay. She'll go with you to that door. And she kind of like puts her hand on it and closes her eyes. And there's almost immediately just like a thunder and rage. Waves crashing, wind howling. And she swallows and kind of like pulls her hand back and shivers. This doll doesn't.
It would be stupid to go in there alone, wouldn't it?
She looks at you concerned. It's like, yes.
There's just like a long silence. It's so long. Okay. I won't do it. However, you will help me free my mirror.
Cheat.
Or at least tell me how to do it.
She blinks. Your mirror.
Yeah, and Isha pulls out like just like a pamphlet of stuff on Kaon.
Okay. She nods. I will gladly help.
And then we will discuss the matter of Istal.
Yeah, she kind of like looks back at the prison, at the door, and like everything kind of about her body language is very like kind of defensive and nervous and like cowed for a moment, and then her like arms kind of like drop and her hands kind of fold together, and like there's this kind of shift in her expression that Stairs has seen before. I don't know that you've seen it too much, but the shift in her expression, and her eyes kind of go from this green to kind of this deeper brown, and she looks very relaxed for a moment. Like, perhaps that rage is just what we need right now.
I agree.
But I will free your friend too. Your mirror.
I cannot be at my full power without my mirror. And I cannot hold my promise.
And what promise is that? And you get the
I will stop the Seraph.
You get like the distinct sense that you are not talking to Asilia anymore. And she
yeah, like this doesn't stop Isha from
Yeah.
continuing. Because I think that Isha kind of sees what's happening here. And is like, I see.
and without actually like turning to look towards you, She's like, who did you make this promise to?
The dream version of Scala. But I bear a visage of her, always, as I am marred by her curse.
She turns and looks at you as you say that, and like kind of like looks you over for a long moment, and then just gives a very like small nod.
Yeah, I have not slept, so I'm still literally just a skeleton wearing clothes. Like,
Asilia, before, that made her very nervous. Right now, not bothered. Yeah, just gives like the small nod and like turns to go walk toward the door to Turris's tower.
yeah, Isha follows.
Okay. All right. Anything else anyone would like to do before they rest for the night?
Just reacquaint Anna and Mauritan.
Okay. Yeah.
And get Mauritan somewhere to sleep.
Yeah. When you like offer that, well, first of all, the two will meet, and you are witness to this brief conversation where, like, Anna is like startled to see Mauritan, even though Anna knew that you knew your plans. You surprised Anna of it, but still, Anna is rather surprised and nervous to see Mauritan, and then Mauritan kind of just very like calmly asks what happened when she sent Anna to warn her people. And Anna gets I want to say serious, but it gives a straight answer, which is uncommon, and says, I reached them in time to warn them, and then I played a little game with those hunting them, and got caught. They solved riddles very quickly, and grew tired of them almost as fast. And then they have kind of a Mauritan just like nods and thanks Anna, and then turns and they speak no more. And then when you like offer to find a room for Mauritan to stay, she'll kind of like scoff, and she just like flies out of the area of the tower, instantly severing her connection to the door and her ability to leave the tower through the door at the moment, and starts like gathering materials to build a nest on top of like one of the structures or something.
Terrace takes a long hard thing. Do I want to get some burn spikes? No.
Isha and Asilia like are walking in after everyone.
Like,
no.
as a bunch of branches just thump, like right on top of the guardhouse.
It's rather unorthodox, but I suppose it works.
I don't even know if owls like build. They must build nests. Gotta look into some owl stuff.
They do nest, actually.
Yeah, I know
They
some.
burrow also.
Yeah, some burrow.
They also barf up their food.
Yeah.
If she is
Nice, Brian.
a great horned owl, she definitely nests.
Okay. I'll look into it a little bit. She's some variety of Strix owl. That's all I know. And that was going to be her name before I was like, wait, that sounds familiar, and I looked at the familiar list.
I'm Crad. I have a question.
Yes, Isra.
Are you using the roof for anything?
I'm using it less so now. At least the guardhouse. The roof of Tower Ironcrad itself?
Yes.
Oh, aside from supporting things, no, I suppose not. Why? Rather an orthodox question as well.
Consider it off limits to everyone else for now.
Is Isha referring to the Mauritan nest or?
No, the top, like the top of the
Top
tower.
tower. Okay.
Yeah. Not referring to Mouritan's nest. Ish doesn't give a fuck about Mouritan's nest. That's Mouritan's nest. She doesn't care.
Well, so it's rather impossible to approach the tower from the inside without antagonizing everything that's moved in, but I suppose I'll dissuade anyone from scaling the outside. Why?
I need it for something.
Sure shrugs. Okay. Did you and was it Cilia?
Isilia, yeah.
Cilia. Did you and Cilia have a good conversation?
She agrees that we should free Istal.
Very well.
And
Is that who you were referring to when Amos woke you?
No. I don't dream like normal dreams.
Well, as I don't know what normal dreams are quite yet, I can't quite understand. However, I will take your word for it.
I will just inform you. My position in any given line of time is locked.
How novel.
I dream of myself, and it's like having a meeting. Unfortunately, it is because of Scala that this is the case, but it is fine. It helps me to think and to figure things out. However, Scala is also there, and that is who I was speaking to.
Oh. That's quite interesting.
It's a little bit nosy, if you ask me.
I was curious.
I was mostly talking about Scala. I mean, you're also nosy, but it's different.
Oh, good, I think. Are you speaking to the actual Scala, or...
It's hard to tell.
But in your dreams, you speak with yourself?
Reflections. Different versions of me.
Are they all in different realms or some such?
It's different possibilities.
You should speak to the one where we already have beaten the Seraph and see what they did.
There's no such timeline where we have already defeated the Seraph. Some events simply must happen, and this is one of them.
Just kind of like thinks for a moment and then kind of nods, fairly understanding. Very well. Well, I don't think that everything we've done so far has been in vain. I think that we are, at least in some way, making progress, and I'm sure to add Ishtal to our list of allies would be a boon, if anything. Do I need to install a lightning rod on the roof?
Unlikely.
Very well. Power of the gods. Oh, goodness.
There is a matter of one more, but we should convene together, because it requires us going back to the moon pools.
Yes, because we're very, very fond of the locals. But all right, let's all get a rest, and then we can convene in some time. Turnus goes off to the library to read about ley lines while he rests.
all right.
Yeah. If there's like nighttime,
Yeah.
we can see the moon, right?
Yeah.
So Isha just takes like a bunch of the papers, like outside, and is like reading them, seeing, because we never actually got to like take them outside to the moon before, and you know,
Oh,
maybe
right.
we'll learn something new.
Okay. Wow. That's
You don't have to tell me if it's nothing new, like if it won't be helpful.
I need
Or-
to review my notes on him, but that
Okay.
can be. I'm starting to succumb to the headache, so I think that'll be about, you know. You'll grasp these papers and your. How do you grab things? Is it your like wing talons? Is it your
So I have sandy mage hands.
right? Right.
Oh,
But yes.
yeah.
I also have like because my wings aren't really wings anymore. Isha just like uses them like big hands, like Lugia wings.
Yeah.
It's a combination of all of that.
Yeah. So you've got like one paper held up with like mage hand. You're holding up a couple more in like your wings, and the ink kind of like starts to fade from like one corner of the paper to the other, like fade into existence, into sight, and that is where we'll stop it for the week.
And we get 440 EXP.
You do get
Yep.
actually literally 300.
Okay. Not
Mm.
not quite the number I said, but close enough. Close enough.
Mhm.
Come on, what's 140 experience between friends?
Yeah.
One
I
one
think
more
if
big
we
encounter.
If we played out the last 27 minutes, we would get that. that 140.
Uh-huh. Varus's headache is nerfing us.
Yeah, so it's almost
our level
fair.
I just, you know, technically.
Also, can I identify? Can you identify this for me? What the
Oh
fuck?
yeah. How do I have this?
I need to know.
Ba-doop,
It's in my character sheet.
ba-doop.
Prage.
Do you get assistance with this at all?
I would probably take it to Steris. She just like waltzes up. You know plants, right?
Yes. Oh, I'll take a look.
Wow.
Oh my god. That has a lot of words.
It does have a lot of words.
Lot of words. Oh.
God.
Proggers?
Oh, wow. That's fun. Stares hands it back to Isha. Your little toy.
It's kind of hideous, but I like it.
It has a charm about it, doesn't it?
Yes.
And again, Isha is saying this is just a fully exposed skeleton at this point of the day.
Yeah, I have not slept. It just there's so much like clinking and clanking going on right now. It just
Rattling.
yeah.
Its charm reminds me of your own, Isha. Hideous, but
Solid.
good at the same time.
Right,
Are
it
you-
reminds me of Bane's skeletal abominations that he used to make.
Oh yeah. Lacking.
He just looks at you like, what are you saying? Did your mother teach you if you have nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all?
Look who's talking.
Pot calling the kettle, I'd say.
I don't have a mother.
Funny, something we have in common.
Okay, well, I'm gonna set up a raid.
Sorry, I'm visibly confused. What the fuck did I just hear?
Visibly confused?
Oh, Mitchell is.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
I see.
Wait, did that come through?
I don't.
I didn't hear anything weird, which makes me very
Oh,
concerned
okay,
that I was
good.
the source of weird sound. Anyway, I'm gonna raid my my buddy Secret Lunchbox real quick, and then I'll be hanging out briefly before I
Sick.
shuffle off
Thanks
this
for running,
waking
Varys.
coil.
Sorry you're
Thank you.
feeling bad.
Thanks for running.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Oops. I'll catch whoever's still hanging out in like 5 minutes.
Yeah, I will be
Hope
here.
your
I just have to
feels
go. I
better.
just have to use the restroom.
All right. Thank you guys for hanging out for Pathfinder. I had a lovely time. And I know that my good buddy, the Secret Lunchbox, will continue to show you a good time. He is delightful. Part of my stream team up to scuff that I do not advertise often enough. But the stream team of myself and Core and Secret Lunchbox and Ari and a bunch of other lovely friends. So we're gonna go hang out there. I will probably be back on Monday to do GM prep for the next session. I have no idea what's gonna happen the next session. Who am I kidding? But we'll prep for it as best we can. And yeah, I do have a strange work week coming up. It's kind of a Sunday, Monday, Tuesday work week. So my Monday stream might get disrupted. Tuesday, the music stream should be totally fine. Then we'll find another day to do the GM prep. But we'll see. I'll post a schedule and I will post updates to that schedule in the Discord as necessary. So I hope you all have a lovely start to your week, a lovely weekend as well. And I'll catch you all again real soon. Goodbye.